So, hey guys, I've got great news. The packages with the used cylinders came from Germany, so I'm gonna do a quick unboxing video. As you can see, I've got my GoPro on, and let's go. So, this one, I believe, is the cylinder kit that has a used cylinder but in good condition. It has a used piston. It is pretty low compression, it's like only 6 bar, but it has everything plug and play. Probably be changing out the piston and rings later on. The only important thing is that the cylinder and the cylinder's nikasil plating is in good condition, because you know the piston and the rings can always be changed out, so that's not really a problem. The guy did a great job with the packaging, as you can see. So let's get this out of the way. By the way guys, I got my old trusty unboxing knife, the CSGO Doppler one. Had it for years. This guy really did a good job. Packed it nice and well so it doesn't get damaged. So nice. It's pretty dirty, but as you can see, it's the right cylinder, 220H Aprillia Rotax engine, and it's got everything. Let's see. The piston has some marks, but it does work. Let's see the nikasil coating. Yeah, it does have some scuffs. Not really a great condition, but you know, it's probably gonna work. As long as there are not any deep scratches. I'm not gonna lie, this is looking not so good. Okay, that's not very nice news, but we're gonna see. Maybe the rest of the parts are looking better. I mean, the second cylinder. So let's go. Let's tear it open. This guy put some newspapers or something. Okay, so let's see. This one should only contain a cylinder, and I took this cylinder because it was only 50 euros, not like the other one. That one, it was 150. This one was just 50 euros, but it does have a cast iron cylinder sleeve. As you can see, has a cast iron sleeve pressed in, so this can be re-honed and doesn't need a nikasil plating, which is awesome. So if you, there are actually no deep scratches, so this probably only needs a hone. So yeah, basically if you seize the cylinder, you just disassemble it and rebore it. This one only needs honing. So yeah, nice. I will have a backup cylinder. Maybe I'll sell it and add the money towards the powerful setup, so we'll see. Now what I'm going to do is unscrew the cylinder head and basically take this whole cylinder and really scrub it down, wash it with soap and water, and then I'm going to show you the cylinder damage and explain how am I going to fix that. It's an easy, cheap fix, and that's about it. So guys, let's take off the cylinder head. When doing this, be careful not to lose these washers. Also, one quick tip, this is an aluminum head and these are steel bolts. So when you put this together, when you do a fresh rebuild, top end rebuild, put some anti-seize on these bolts. Some copper grease or something along those lines, could be zinc oxide, anti-seize. Put some anti-seize so this doesn't corrode inside, and basically it's going to be like super hard to unscrew. So yeah. As you can see, the cylinder head is in great condition. It does have some carbon buildup, but it's so insignificant that it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! It's just a little bit of carbon. And the cylinder, what I'm guessing is those marks are not actually damage to the nikasil. I'm thinking it's probably just piston transfer. So what happens is when the piston gets super hot, it basically transfers the aluminum on the nikasil plating. Basically, the aluminum from the piston gets stuck inside the cylinder housing, cylinder walls. And a way to clean this is, what you gotta do is take some HCl, hydrochloric acid, and what you do is you take a Q-tip like this. These are dirty, but yeah, you take a Q-tip, you dip it in, and you like carefully apply it where the piston transfer is. And it's a safe method to remove the aluminum from inside the bore. And it's not going to damage the nikasil, it only reacts with the aluminum. So as long as you only get it on the damaged areas on the piston transfer, you will be left with a super clean nikasil plating underneath. So let's get to cleaning. It's really simple stuff. What I'm gonna do is run some warm water and take some regular dish soap and a brush, and I'm just gonna put a lot on there and just going to be scrubbing away the oils and the dirt and trying to get everything clean. And guys, a quick tip, you can use a toothbrush to get in all the hard to reach areas. So just take an old toothbrush and go ahead. Let's rinse it off. And now let's do the cylinder head. Let's get it wet. Put on some dish soap and let's scrub away. And what you're seeing right here is basically me trying to spray brake cleaner on the places that are stained and realizing pretty quickly that it does nothing. So here I'm trying the same thing, but agitating it with a toothbrush, and it also does absolutely nothing. So I kind of did it for a long time, but it was useless. So guys, I did get it as clean as I possibly could and sprayed some WD-40 just to like oil it up slightly. And after cleaning, if you do this, touch it up with some Scotch-Brite pad, because by Cleaning it with soap, it will remove some of the grease, but most stains, and if you want it to look as clean as this, almost looks brand new. These are some spots that were hard to reach. Also in here, the exhaust port, it was caked with carbon. So I removed that, and yeah, basically if you want it this clean, then use Scotch-Brite, and here's the cylinder head. So guys, time to address the cylinder damage, and some of you guys will think that this is damaged nikasil, but in fact what this is basically piston transfer, and this happens when the piston gets super hot and the aluminum from the piston gets stuck to the nikasil. And you fix this by using some HCl or hydrochloric acid, and you apply it with a Q-tip, and then this stuff will melt away and it will not affect the nikasil coating, so you'll be left with a nice clean nikasil coating. So guys, you have to wear gloves, you have to wear eye protection, and overall just be super careful with this stuff. So I'm going to pour a tiny bit into the just like that. I decided to get it out of the way just so I don't spill it on myself or anything. You know, you can never be too safe. Now I'll get the cylinder, get a Q-tip, dip it in, and start the process. So guys, as you can see, it's reacting, it's bubbling, and it's going to be fixed up in no time. So let's go. So here I'm taking some cotton swabs, and basically the piston transfer that's been dissolved with acid is just getting wiped away, and I'm using a different one each time I swipe it off. And yeah, just going to like super thoroughly rub it off, none gets left behind. Now I'm kind of inspecting it to see if any progress has been made, and obviously every time I apply the acid and wipe it off, it gets a little better. Here I'm taking a new Q-tip, dipping it in and applying it on a different spot. You can already see it's much better than it was. It's not so dark and it's not so thick. So now I'm going to clean a different spot. The same process, just apply it to the piston transfer, and you have to wait a little bit, and then it starts kind of bubbling and getting black, meaning the acid is reacting with aluminum on the nikasil plating, and it will just slowly but surely dissolve, and then you can just take a cotton swab or any absorbent cloth, maybe a paper towel, and just wipe it away. One more thing guys, if you're doing this, make sure to not get super close to it, because the acid fumes can and will go into your eyes and it's not going to be great. And also try not to breathe next to this stuff, because let's just say I accidentally got a tiny little whiff, and it felt like all my freaking nose hairs are going to burn off. It's just so bad, so be careful. And some of these piston transfer marks seem to not go away. I did apply lots of acid and wait and even scrub with the Q-tip, and sometimes it was just no luck, nothing happened. Maybe I need to go a couple of times. What I mean is apply the acid, wait a little bit, and then try again. Probably doesn't make much sense, but yeah, basically it's not going to super work on all the spots, but I'm still going to do my best. Okay guys, so I received the crankshaft from Germany, from eBay, and it's interesting that it says that it's an Italkit crankshaft. The seller probably replaced it and sold this one, so we're gonna see. It should be totally good because the bearing seats are in good condition, and he also told me that the needle bearing is also in good condition. We'll see if that's true, and if not, then I can get it repressed, but it's not going to be a very good deal then, because then it's going to cost almost the same as a new crankshaft, but we'll see. So nice packing, and here we have the crankshaft itself. I can already see that it's missing the woodruff key, and it's missing the bearing that goes here. It also looks like there seems to be some kind of a snap ring right here. I honestly don't remember, but what's important is that this crankshaft has good seats, and it does. Both seats are in good condition, and it has some side-to-side play, but that's completely normal. The important thing is that it doesn't have any up and down play. And it doesn't. How amazing is that? So it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. It has some side to side, but that's totally normal. Amazing. So now I can assemble the engine, and I've got pretty much everything I need. I also did order a Meteor piston and rings. So this is the piston I ordered, and as you can see, it cost 73 euros, and the shipping was 8 euros, so pretty much in total it was 80 euros, and it's about to arrive any moment. Probably by the time this video is posted, it will be like 2, maybe max 3 days, so then I've got everything to start assembling the engine, at least I think. Piston CNC machined. So basically soon I'm going to assemble the engine and I will have everything I need. So yeah. So guys, this is the $150 eBay cylinder after the best cleaning I could possibly give it, and this is the exhaust port. But the most important thing is that I was wrong. The piston transfer removal didn't entirely fix the cylinder. As you can see right here, it has some tiny holes in the nikasil coating, and it's in multiple spots. So I could probably run this cylinder and risk the nikasil being ripped off even more, but there's kind of no point in doing this since this cylinder isn't perfect. I will probably run the cast iron one. So yeah, I made myself a nice hot cup of tea since my throat is super sore, but the good parts did come in. Basically, the cast iron cylinder, my friend got it cleaned in the ultrasound cleaner, so now it's like super clean and degreased. Also, now it looks super fresh and ready to assemble. Also got my brand new piston. I'll show you in a second. It looks super amazing. It's nice and shiny CNC. It has all the parts needed. Has the rings and everything. As you can see, the circlips. So this is going on the bike. Here you can see I've arrived to take out my package from the previous bike owner, and these are basically the last two parts I need. And thanks to Adrian for packing them. I'm gonna try to shoot the unboxing in linear lens mode, so it's not going to be a wide lens, just to test it out. So this is the last thing my engine needs. This is the short pin in the gearbox. Basically this thing right here. The gear fork goes onto it and it moves, basically switches the gears. This was the last thing I needed. And this thing, this is a swing arm chain protector, basically. I think it matches the fairing paint, and it also has this Adrian Instagram hollow sticker, which I'm probably going to leave until I get my own made. So awesome! I can officially now assemble the engine. So guys, I did kind of make a mock-up of what the engine is going to look like. Put the cases together, put the cylinder on, the covers on. Also, the cylinder had the clutch cover and the oil pump cover. And what I can tell you as a little sneak peek, the ignition cover, I will put on a different one because one dude made a custom one for me with my channel name and everything. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Obviously the crankshaft still needs to be put in, and I got the right bearings for it, the C4 polymer cage. Also got a needle bearing, brand new. So this still needs to go in. I also need to clean these carb parts and put the carb on the intake. Also need to take the intake manifold from an old cylinder, and I also need to put on the whole ignition system and the flywheel. Also, the engine needs to have the gearbox put in right there. Also, this part needs to be put in the gearbox. So this engine, once it will be completely assembled, it will be basically brand new because it will have a fresh top end, a brand new piston and rings and bearings and gaskets, and every part is going to be completely cleaned, and it will look absolutely awesome and run for a long time. So guys, before I go, I just wanted to quickly clarify that the next video is 100% going to be the engine assembly, because we have every part, we have everything prepared to be assembled. And also I wanted to let you know that I'm thinking on starting a Patreon. So basically every one of you guys could become a Patreon member just for €2/$. You could get early access to my videos, and you would get a personal shout out at the every end of every video. So if that sounds good, tell me your opinion in the comments section down below. Let's roll the outro. So guys, thank you so much for watching till the end. We basically have every single part to start assembling the MX Rotax engine, and this was the part 3 build video of the MX build series. And I really appreciate you watching till the end, and I would appreciate your feedback in the comments down below, and I would also appreciate you leaving a like, subscribing, and sharing the video. It was Snazmoto. Remember guys, stay snazzy, and see you in the next engine build video.